Hi guys! In today's video we are going to be unboxing the Scrawlrbox. It's the latest one I have, so this is a new one from 2026, believe it or not. And we're going to do as I promised in my previous video, which I will link down below and put in a card up above so that you can see. And the point is I'm going to unbox this, and then I'm going to use just the supplies in here, and I'm going to use them until they are gone. And I'm going to see how many artworks I can create with them and how long it takes me to use them up. Is it possible to use up all of these supplies that are in here in a month, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't know. I would like to see how long it takes to use up supplies from one of these mystery subscription boxes that you get every month. So I thought that'd be a fun challenge. So this is the latest one I have from Scrawlrbox. We're gonna open it, we're gonna unbox it and see what's inside, and then depending on what's inside, maybe I will add other supplies and still use these ones with those, or I will use only just the supplies in this box. But the point is to use up what is in the box and see how long that takes to use it up. So here we go. Oh, they've got the print on the inside again. How nice. Okay, let's take this out. Let's get all of this out first. How pretty. Yay. Okay, I'll throw that on the ground. This is box 127, and I got this, when was it? I think at the beginning of April of 2026, and I think this was the March box, if I'm correct. Okay, let's do some spoilers already. Looks like we're getting colored pencils and some Faber Castell acrylic ink markers. Oh, okay, cool. And a Fineliner from Lyra. This is the artist. Okay. Some tips on how to use the pencils. How to mix colors. That's going to be very handy since I have only these supplies to use. At least that's my goal to start with, and we'll see how that goes. And doing some blending. The paint pens. Okay. A tip. A tutorial. A QR code. This is what they created for the print. This is the previous month. No, 2 months ago. Because this is 125. Oh, this was with the alcohol markers. That would, I think, been very difficult to use those all up, but you know what? If this goes well, maybe I'll do it with another box and see how long it takes to use other mediums up. Okay, pretty. Oh, there was a Scrawler Fest in January. How nice. I should keep an eye on my Instagram. I'm not on there very often. Okay, and the challenge is Bees at Ease. Fun. And it looks like they are still doing live streams every Thursday, 6 p.m. UK time, which that is noon Eastern and 7 p.m. for Central European time, for anybody who cares and look it up. I will link their channel down below as well, so you can check that out. Okay, here's the sticker. Looks like we just got a smaller version of a part of the print. And this print is really pretty. What some pretty colors. This is their information if you want to check them out. Wow, okay. Looks like we're getting some toned paper. And that is correct. Gray, toned gray paper. 120, 20 sheets. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe like a little thicker than like printing paper, but not by much. Alrighty. A suite that's not expired. Maybe I will try this one. Now, okay, here we go. We're gonna look at the Faber Castell. We got a white and a black. And one is 2 to 3 millimeters, and the other one is 1 to 1.2. Okay, so we got like a thick end. Oh yeah, okay. Everybody's getting into the acrylic marker game. This is like, oh, this is like a plastic nib, and this is like the normal felt nib. Okay, that's different. Oops, let's not damage it. Oh, that's a hefty click. Okay, how about the white? Yep, same story. You got a plastic nib on one end and you got a felt nib on the other. Okay, and on the caps it says which cap is for which side, since apparently they need different protections. Okay, and then we have a Lyra Fineliner. Oh, cool. Neat. What's this at the back? Nothing. Just for the, can I cap it? Yes, I can post it. Awesome. Oh, can I cap these if I have one off? No, you cannot. Okay, bit of a bummer there. I wonder how many colors Faber-Castell has in their multi-mark acrylic markers. That'll be interesting to see. I wonder how many they have. Faber-Castell is a very good brand. It's a German brand. Okay, and then for the colored pencils, let's see, what did we get? They are, this is a Derwent box, and I think they were Derwent pencils if I remember. Yes. Okay, they are the Derwent ChromaFlows. One of my favorite colored pencils. They are kind of similar to, oh, what are they similar to? They are similar to the Prismacolors. That's what they are similar to. I've heard that they're similar to that. I don't exactly remember, but I've heard that said, that they are similar to that. Okay, what do we got for colors? We have Saffron Mango, Lagoon, Carolina Blue, Light Mauve, Caribbean Green, and Slate Gray. Okay, there we go. That's great. Awesome. Again, I'm sorry for the snoring. Tracy's again at my feet like always, and she is, well, living her best life. And I can't get her to stop, so I'm sorry, you'll just have to ignore it like I do. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna swatch these. I'm gonna sharpen them all because sometimes there's like this coating on them, sometimes from the factory or just what pencils do over time, and then they give a better pigment if you sharpen them before their first use. So, be right back. Okay, I've sharpened all of the pencils except for one, just so you guys know that I'm not sharpening them down and trying to cheat and take off a whole bunch of the pencil and increase my chances of getting these used down. So you can see it barely does anything for removing of any length. So now I will sharpen the last one and then we'll get to swatching. Okay, I've got them all sharpened. I got everything else here. I'm ready to go. Let's zoom in so that you can see all the swatching. Alrighty, so this is the light mauve. Wondering how this is gonna, well, this is gonna show up on this toned gray paper. It's a bit of a challenge. Can you guys even see any color change? Very remotely. I'm even having a hard time seeing the difference. So that's going to be interesting. And this is the Saffron Mango. This is a bit more visible, but that's because it's yellow. But still, almost like the colors are in the same range as the paper, tone-wise. Okay, and this is the Caribbean Green. Is it Caribbean, Caribbean? Which do you say, Caribbean or Caribbean? Oh, this is a beautiful color. Oh, look at that, it matches my nails. This is a mermaid glitter nail polish. Oh, that is so cute. Very cool. Very matchy-matchy almost. Carolina Blue. Oh, very pretty, but on this toned gray, it's not showing up super well. You know what, I'm going to try and see if I can't get a thicker layer down. With that pink, yeah, okay, it's showing up a little better. Then we have the Lagoon. Oh, pretty. Very dark, like midnight blue, purple. Oh, I like that. That's a really nice color. And then we have the Slate Gray. Also a great color. Alrighty. Okay, so let's let you take a peek at those. Yeah, as you can see, that pink barely shows up the mauve. Okay, and now we have the Lyra Germany Fineliner Graduate, but the funny thing is, it says it's made in Italy. Alrighty, let's test this out. This has also got like a plastic nib. Okay. Nice, I like that. That's a very good fineliner. Okay. Great, now let's shake up these two. Okay, now priming. Are you supposed to shake for 30 seconds? For real? Okay, I'll shake a little longer. Okay, I'm gonna call it on that. Now, we'll do the blunt side first. Yep. I can already see the paint is being absorbed into the nib. Yep. Couple more and it'll be there. As you can see already, it's pretty fast flowing. It's not too bad. Okay, give it a couple more seconds to fully engulf. All right. Okay, that's a really good flow. That's not bad. Now, like I said, this is a plastic nib. We'll see how that goes. This will be a little more tricky to see. Oh, yep, I see it now. There we go. Okay, that's not too bad. Very good flow. Okay. Wow, pretty. Now, we will do again the Crusade, and of course with the white one it's going to be more difficult to see once that paint has been fully flooded in the bullet nib. Okay, yep. You can kind of see there, it's working on its way down. It's almost there. Yep, it's there already, okay. Let's just hope this is the first bit, because it's not very opaque. Okay, now for the bullet. No, for the, we'll call it the fine, the plastic nib. That black sure took a while to dry because I could see the shine of it in the light. Okay, I should do a bit of another section here so we can see how well opaque the white is. Okay, let that dry, and I'm going to shake the white a little bit more because it is not very opaque, unlike the black, which is very opaque. Actually, that would be a test too. Let's draw a line for the white. And let's see how opaque that black is, if it can cover that white. Now, while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to look at the artwork here because I'm curious to see where they might have used the markers. I'm guessing they used it on the bee here, And on this martini glass and the sunglasses, that must be it. Because we got the green for the book and the stem, we got the blue for the flower, yellow for the bee and a bit of an outline here. The pink, where is the pink? Oh, it's fairly lightly here as a bit of a highlight. Okay, and then the dark blue in the shadows here, and the gray, that slate gray, where is that slate gray? Oh, it's a little bit here around the edges. So that's how they used them in here from what I can tell. Alrighty, I believe this is dry almost. Okay, tap the black here. Okay, the black is dry, so now we can give it a go. I'm going to use the finer end to test. Wow, it's very juicy, which is good and bad. Okay, I'm going to use the fine. Okay. Alrighty. Both are more opaque than I thought initially, but the white is kind of patchy. Oh, that's still really wet. Yeah, okay, interesting. We'll have to see if they make any more colors, and I will link them down below if I can find them on Amazon. And I will be using affiliate links, so if you click the link and you buy something, I will get a small commission from your purchase, but it comes at no cost to you, so no worries there. Alrighty. Now I'm going to be doing some doodling and testing with the pencils, getting some ideas, and I'm going to be filling as many pages as I can. Probably, can I do front and back? It did, where the acrylic marker is, it did dent in the page there, so I'm going to have to go a little light-handed when using those so that they don't dent through. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Oh, I know. Wait, before we do that, I'm going to look up what they have for any tips. Oh, we should try the layering. I'll make a layering box. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a layering box and layer all the colors. Okay, here is our color mixing chart. You can kind of see the different colors that I got there. I tried to be as even as possible to not mix one more than the other. So these are the colors we got. Some slight variations so that I at least have quite a few colors I can mix and match to make some other colors. That'll be fun because I'm thinking with the darker ones I might be able to go over it again with the lighter colors. Oh yes, there we go. That is coming out way better now. Oh, sorry guys, it stopped recording. I wasn't paying attention to my timer. Anyways, this is the colors we have. As you can see, we got now a better gradient now that I did a couple more layers, but you also see I have filled the tooth of the paper on several of the colors. So that's going to be interesting to see how much I'm going to be able to mix these colors while I'm drawing. Okay, so that's where we're at with this, and you can see that the tips are fairly worn down. I have already made a dent in them, so that's going to be cool. I do have ChromaFlow pencils. I will see if I can find an unused one so we can have it as a marker and we can see the progress of how far they are going down. Oh, I should have measured them. You know what? I can still measure them. So I'll get out my big ruler here. I will do it in millimeters, or yeah, let's do millimeters, and then I can convert it to inches later. Let's say 17.5 centimeters. Yes. Okay, starting length is 17.5 centimeters. Okay, and then I can keep track of how much it goes down, how much I use up, and can we see how much is in here? No, not really, but you can at least hear how much there is. There is a window here, but I don't know. I guess we'll see as we use them down. This has no window, so I have no indication over when this is actually going to be dry and used up, so that'll be interesting. Alright, so that's how far I am, and now I'm going to start sketching and drawing some things and filling it in, and I'm going to first use up this pad of paper, because that's part of the goal. Use up the paper, what came in the box, and then if these are still something to be used and aren't nubs, then I'm going to move on to a sketchbook and keep on going from there. So, this is interesting. This is episode 1. This is going to be a multi-part episode because it's going to take quite a while, so we're going to get into it. I'm going to do some drawings still in this video, and then I'm going to stop and then edit this and post this. This is Tuesday's video, and then we will go from there, and I'll keep on it and keep you guys updated on how it's going and how much I've used them up. I don't know if I'll film everything that I draw with them, but I will definitely show you everything that I draw, and you will definitely know that I'm using only these, because these are the colors I'll be having in my artworks. So what fun this is going to be. What am I all going to be able to make with this? Please join me on this adventure, and let's get drawing now and see how many drawings I can make. Now that we have all the swatching done and we got our color box done, now it's time for the fun stuff, which is to make real art with this. So I'm going to be drawing some gems, 2 of them, a round and an oval. I'm just going to freehand draw them. I'm not going to be very particular about it because I just want to warm up and test out these supplies still to see if my color box really works for me or not, how it's going to work all together, and testing out, of course, those acrylic paint markers on top of the colored pencil, whether it's either really burnished into the paper or not burnished into the paper, to see how well it sticks, how does it go over that, does it work out well or not. So my first one is going to be a blue diamond. I'm going to use the light blue, the dark blue, and that pink color. As you can see, I swatched the colors to the right of the stone so you can see which ones I've used on it. And now for this oval, I'm going to be using like a light yellow and the green color to create like a very translucent, light, limey green type of gem. And seeing if that layering, I can get kind of a, yeah, that real translucent color even on this toned gray paper, with the yellow and the green layering over them, and using, I think, a bit of that pink, and I used a bit of the light blue just to add some extra dimension to the gem. And again, I used the white acrylic marker to add the highlights and the facets back in, which was really a lot of fun to do with this. I was pleasantly surprised at how well they worked all together, and that the paint marker didn't explode on me like sometimes you get with other paint markers. This one went really well. It did clog the nib a little bit with the pencil, and I did have to scribble sometimes to unclog it, but it went fairly well, way better than expected. And now this last piece of art I'm going to do is kind of abstract. I think I remember doing something similar like this in school, where you just draw a bunch of lines, you make a bunch of boxes and then you fill them in with colors, and I tried to make mine all facet shapes, so they're like kites or triangles or something of that sort. And then I just picked a colored pencil and I went in and I filled in some boxes randomly around it, and I tried to make sure that no color was like next to itself. I mean, it could touch one another in the center just as long as it didn't have a full side touching itself, so that you get this like really nice pattern of different colors mixed throughout the box. And yeah, that dark blue and the slate gray were a little too close in color. I should have spaced those out a little further. But then I added a drop shadow, a fake shine to it, and then I thought, well, it still looks a little dull, a little boring, so I thought I would test out these acrylic paint markers some more and squiggle them onto the page around it, so it kind of looks like it's, I don't know, reflecting light out or shine or something like that, just to add some fun and funk to it, and just to play around with these supplies still, since I'm going to be with them for a while until they are all used up. So no harm, no foul, and just trying to try out different techniques with them. And I really do like this plastic nib tip on these acrylic paint markers. It really works well for what I do, since I have usually fine details that I want to add to something, and the bullets are usually a little too rough and a little too coarse for what I like. And sometimes with the brush part, it's a little too flexible and you get a little too much paint out at once. So for me, these plastic nib ends are really nice and I really like them. And again, I'm going to look on Amazon and see if they have these in more colors, and I will try and link them down below in case you're also interested in trying these paint markers out from Faber Castell. So another brand coming to the market with acrylic paint markers. That must be the new thing for 2026. Let's go for acrylic paint markers. That's the new rage. Not alcohol markers anymore. Nope, acrylic paint markers. Everybody's got to have their own set now. As you can see, this is the art I did with these supplies, only these supplies, and I think I will indeed stick to just using these supplies to create art and see how far I can get with that before I get bored or I need something so that I can finish them off. You can see that I didn't use that much down on them. They are fairly blunted now for the most part, and especially like the blue. I used a lot of that light blue, so that one is really far used down. And that green as well is pretty far down. But the other ones still have a fairly decent point on them, so it's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. So this is part one of many, I'm pretty sure, until I have all of these art supplies used down. And if something does get used up, I might add something to the mix just so that I can keep using the rest down. And the goal is to use up all of the pencils, all of the paint markers, and that Fineliner, and of course the paper pad that came with the box. And I'm currently about, if you include the swatching and the color box that I made, I think I have about an hour's worth of time of drawing with these current materials. That's how long it took me to fill that page currently. So this is going to be a long haul. So if you like this kind of video, please like, subscribe, comment down below if you're going to try something like this. And don't forget to subscribe because there will be more parts coming to this series. And thanks for watching, guys. Till the next one. Bye.